I bet you're wondering why I am so excited about this silly little dangly camera mount. I'm about to tell you why, so hang on to your private parts, and I'm going to tell you why you should be excited about this silly little thing too. Stay tuned. So today I want to talk about not these cameras, but some mounting equipment that I just purchased to go along with these cameras. For the past, couple of years, I have been using this GoPro Session, and it's one of the few GoPros that I actually enjoy using. I like the form factor, I like the size. It's still GoPro, so it has a lot of flaws, but one of the things it was lacking was image stabilization. So I started shopping around at the new GoPros, the Sonys, and everything is so outrageously priced. I figured I need to get the best. If I'm going to spend $300-400, I'm going to get the best stabilization I can get. So I started looking at the Osmo, not something you would think of outside of drones, but they've been doing pretty good with cameras lately, and everything that I researched turned out that this was the camera for me. So I purchased this a couple weeks back. But problem is, I was mounting this on the side of my helmet, and it's kind of wonky because I was using this very unique mount that comes with the GoPro Session. The thing that is unique about it is that, it's very stiff, but it twists. So once you get it moving, it twists. So you have a lot of flexibility with this thing. But as far as I know, it only comes with the GoPro. And once I broke this thing, I broke this little plastic piece on here. It still works, but I'm afraid it's going to fall out. So I decided to go ahead and order another one. And I looked online and I saw one for, I think it was like 10 or 11 bucks. I was like, wow, that's a lot for just a piece of crap metal. And right beside it, I saw something else that was, 50 cents, $1 more. I can't remember. It wasn't much. It was right around 10 bucks. This thing. And once I saw that this entire assembly is aluminum, I was sold. Same idea, a little bit bigger than the previous mount, but also I have a lot more flexibility. I can go this way with it. I can turn this way, not just turn one axis. This thing flexes too. It's got a little bit of flex in it, so it goes one way or the other, and it twists so you can spin it up. And I love this mount. Ever since I had the Session, I've had that Session years, but ever since I had that, I thought that was one of the most unique features in it. And I don't think this mount comes with anything other than the Session. So once I broke this, and I thought, okay, well, this is all plastic except for this piece of metal and this bolt here and that metal base. Once I figured, okay, I broke this mount. This thing is almost worthless. Like I said, it still works, but it could fall out. What if the other clip breaks and it's gone then? So anyway, this thing is aluminum and some steel, and I can mount it to whatever base I want. So this base did not come with it. This is a GoPro base, but I kind of want to show you how I was using this before on my helmet, and that way you can get a better idea. On my helmet, I wear a modular. So the modular helmet, as you will see, opens up right here. So I couldn't have a chin mounted, I couldn't have a mount right there. I couldn't have a mount right here because this is airflow, adjustable airflow. I didn't want it on the top of my helmet. And basically I couldn't have it on the top of my helmet because my helmet opens up. So if I had it on the top of the helmet, it just wouldn't work. So trust me there. For years I have been riding with the GoPro on the side, just below the hinge, And sadly, this was probably as far forward as I could put this mount, but sadly, everything I filmed from this position, unless I was filming behind me, everything I filmed from this position caught the side of the helmet in the frame. So I got tired of that look, and I wanted to do something different. And it took the purchase of the new Osmo for me to go up here on the chin bar. Anyway, let me show you how I was riding with this thing before. I would just plop the old plop this the old mount in here and bolt it in, and basically it had a pretty good range to move forward. But once I broke the mount, I had to temporarily put this wonky little thing, this new guy in here, and it was much harder to adjust, so I wasn't real happy with this guy. But once I got the new mount, I fell in love with the new mount, and I just didn't know. Number one, if you guys are shooting video, I bet probably most of you don't even know that GoPro has this twistable mount. I know for years it has solved a lot of problems for me, even if I wasn't using the GoPro on it. You know, I've got an old Yi that I use occasionally when I run out of battery, and it mounts up to that just fine. But I was really disappointed to break this thing, and once I started looking, I found something different, and I was like, yeah, you know, this is made out of aluminum. I can really crank this thing down, and you can. It actually comes with. So it comes with everything you're seeing here beyond my thumb. So all this stuff it comes with out of the package, but it also comes with this heavy-duty wrench that's made out of aluminum that you can crank these things down. And being that it's aluminum, you don't really have to worry about it breaking, right? I mean, that's a theory. So anyway, I'm pretty excited that I'm going to be using this now because I've got all kinds of... you know, I can go up, I can go down, I can do, you know, basically once this camera is mounted in here, you're going to see, now, let's take this thing out real quick. Once this thing is mounted in here, you got lots of range and lots of angles I can get. The main thing that I'm excited about is the fact that before I was not able to twist. I could only twist this thing so far. So in other words, if I wanted to point this thing straight, it was bumping up against the helmet with the other mount. Now I can get this thing way out here on the side. I could twist it to the side, up, down. It's just got this huge range of motion. If I don't like that, I could flip it upside down even. Anyway, I'm really excited about this, and wanted to share it with anybody else that's out there that's filming. I'll drop a link down below so you can pick one up and play with it. And I would suggest getting one of these. I'm so excited about this thing that I want you guys to try it. But keep in mind, GoPro sells these aftermarket. They're kind of ridiculously priced for what you get, but I'll drop a link for both of them in there. And even for this Osmo, if you want to check this out, I want to do a review soon, but I want to get a few more hours of filming under my belt just to make sure that this is exactly the camera that I'm talking about, and you know, before I recommend it. And right now I've got nothing but glowing praise about this camera, so hopefully that will continue over the next few weeks, and I'll do a review shortly. But I'll go ahead and drop that in the link too, so you can check that out. That's it.